Adventure is nigh. Adventure is nice. Adventure is Dice. The Adventure is Nigh dice, made in collaboration with Dice Envy, are back in stock. Your cheeks will rouge thinking about the rogue-ish Bard Mortimer set. Satisfying your sweet tooth or delivering a knuckle sandwich, the Dabbarella set serves up either. Whether swiftly dealing out blows or just thrifting for deals, it's all green with Grinderbins. Don't like royalty but dig their style? Take down the bourgeoisie with the Sigmar set. And finally, because they left me out last time, be as fair and balanced as you feel like with the mostly neutral DM set. Each set is framed in rose gold made with a sturdy zinc alloy and filled with a beautifully colored enamel. And really nothing helps punctuate a roll like the satisfying thunk of metal dice. Head over to diceenvy.com/adventureisnigh to order your set before they're gone again. That's diceenvy.com/adventureisnigh. Not now, Toasty. Next time, maybe. Hey there, Internet. We were having a little too much fun filming the last episode and accidentally went ridiculously over time, so we had to split the episode up and have me record this intro much later. So I'm here with Yahtzee Croshaw, who's Mortimer, and he's a rogue bard, stab you with his sword. Casey Wosu is Sigmar, and he doesn't like fancy people. Amy Campbell is Dabbarella. She's the cleric war chef with a toasty little friend. And Jesse Galena as Grinderbin, who prefers puppet shows to fighting any day. Last time on Adventure is Nigh, our heroes gathered some intel on LaTavia and the dark prophecy regarding Queen Beyonce. Then, in some planning and fudgery that I still can't quite believe, they put on an illusory puppet show for a gingerbread man so that Oob could suck the memories out of them, and then feed those memories to LaTavia, incepting the eldritch horror with the idea that turning Albert back into his Aasimar self would bring a family to the keep. And son of a bee, it worked. LaTavia scooped up a magical staff, and with a flash of arcane energy, Albert is returned. And that's where we left off.
What a happy ending.
Well, it's not quite over yet.
No.
That was a lot of good emotions and memories, though.
Yes.
Yeah.
Old Mate Nat 1 has just soaked up.
How's LaTavia's doing?
LaTavia is taking this all in, and you're coming to the keep and keep the family together, Albert. Albert, by the way, could hear everything at all times.
Yeah.
Weird. And so was there, it's weird, man. Moped's a good friend, but only so many times he can hear a man fart. Moped! My man. I get it, Albert! So Albert has been taking in all this information, and so what I'm going to say is Albert knows the plan. Albert knows that we need to convince LaTavia of this. Can Albert keep his emotions together?
Oh, I'm wearing the socks.
I'm wearing the socks.
Perhaps I can use other kinds of charismatic influence depending on how this turns out.
Yeah.
Can Albert keep it together as he is now back to full health and full strength?
After 20 years of being a shovel.
At the hands of this thing.
Yeah, look, if he loses it, I ain't blaming him.
Right?
It's a very special dice roll.
Oh boy.
He does not.
If you think I'm staying in this motherfucking keep another day,
Then you're absolutely right.
you goddamn asshole turned me into a shovel!
Yes, well, forgive and forget. Full maximum silver tongue. Hey, Albert, listen.
Silver tongue's not mind control, but go ahead.
We've all been... Give me a moment. Mortimer can think faster than me.
Absolutely. Take a moment. While you take a moment, I need a luck check.
I rolled the
See if
last one.
Calandra comes home.
Ooh, I rolled the last one, so someone else can roll
Just
this luck
someone
check.
give me a luck.
I've already done the rolls. I don't have it in
You rolled out.
We're going to see how lucky.
12?
Okay.
Mid luck, mid
Usually
high.
a luck check is a 50-50. That is 10 to 20. I'm gonna say that's lucky.
Albert, you were mad. You had every reason to be mad, but it's all based on a misunderstanding. And so your future father-in-law is a huge gelatinous blob filled with skeletons. None of us are perfect. I'm a pathological liar. No presents are half deranged. We've all got problems.
Oh, I don't have the shovel anymore. I'm so used to raising you, Albert.
You used to be a shovel. None of us are perfect, but you know how we can be? By working together as a family.
While you're greasing the wheels on Albert, I'll start to lean in towards LaTavia and then be like, oh, wait, right. Striking distance, okay. Grabbing distance, be like, oh, yeah, well, even if people don't live in the same spot, there's weekends, there's vacation. Have you been to, trying to work up, vacations together? Man, you could all go out to some great places, and visit some great spots together as a family, whether they live here or
says,
not.
you might have to lose the jelly, though.
You said that out loud.
It's 2023
Mortimer's hand
AP or whatever year.
snaps over his mouth.
So persuasion, trying to no, even if you don't live together, you can still
Have we not learned our lesson trying to talk down super evil big bad guys? Please
No.
give me a persuasion check.
Yeah, I will never learn my lesson of not talking people down.
Give me a persuasion check. Let's see what happens. So you're working on LaTavia. You're working on Albert.
23.
For LaTavia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Net one, but which is a 10.
Oh, no!
I hate to be your rules lawyer on you. The rules for Silver Tongue Perk say anything you roll that's under 10 is treated as a 10.
You're absolutely
true.
right.
So the actual roll was 18.
Yahtzee would like to rules lawyer me. I keep a special post-it note right here. Page 4 of the Dungeon Master's Guide. The DM interprets the rules and decides when to abide by them and when to change them.
So
the rules lawyer. Now here we have
He did specifically say not to rules lawyer.
Yeah.
But just tried to make sure that the full understanding of the,
what we have here is a very interesting scenario. Like Nat ones, I mean that's no matter what, right? That's a critical fail. But we also have an incredibly high persuasion check against LaTavia. So we have a very angry Aasimar warrior and a giant, horrifying, gelatinous creature that you are pacifying for somehow.
what I do. I don't see him as a gelatinous, horrifying creature. I see him as, another folk in the world.
If Albert makes this go south, we're going nuclear option. We're going suggestion.
I have to respect the gnats. I have to respect the natties. If you will. A nat 1 means you absolutely are not convincing Albert to back down. Your persuasion roll against LaTavia, LaTavia's like, yeah, we could go to Florida. We're not banished from Florida. Betty,
Not banished from
do you
Florida.
remember Florida? Florida? Fuck, I'm not going to Florida!
Okay, here goes.
Okay,
Goes, Albert,
yeah.
look at Betty. You like Florida.
What does Albert need to do?
No.
Wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Don't do magic. We could just run away. We could just run away.
No, we're not running away. We still have questions.
Yeah,
we need
that
answers to.
Betty can answer while we run.
What does Albert
I
need to
don't think Betty
do?
can answer all the questions.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
What do I need to beat? This is a in-camera wisdom saving throw.
My
here.
spell DC is 16.
my God. The rage of
This
20
episode
years as a
is-
shovel.
This fucking
You
episode.
can't contain a man who's been a shovel for 20 years.
Dice want this story to be told. This man has been trapped in a shovel away from the woman he loves for 20 years.
Because of gelatinous dad.
He
There
is owed.
There is no suggestion. So what Albert does is you see Albert reach into his cloak, pulls out a little wooden staff.
Jack.
And then,
Jack.
What?
I want to disarm Albert.
You can in a moment. So he has a little wooden staff, and what you see is he flicks it, and it goes into a full-blown staff. He's like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker.
I want to disarm him with my trick shot.
All right.
That's an 18 plus 220.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Yeah, that hits.
That hits. He is disarmed. It falls 15 feet from the creature in a random direction. So I guess, how do we roll for the direction?
D8 is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, great.
7.
So that would be to the left. That would be like right here, I
Okay.
think.
Yeah, I'm cool with that. So, he pulls out this little staff, turns into a full bow staff. I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. You boom.
And so I say to him immediately, Albert, you gotta stop.
I'm going to cast Mage Hand to grab the staff
Okay.
and pull it 30 feet into the air so no one can reach it.
Okay, now let's calm down.
Violence is not the answer.
Like we are between him and LaTavia, right? So I want to move in. I want to move in closer, not threateningly, even though I did just shoot an item out of his hand.
But not threateningly.
Yeah, but I
sure.
do want to move closer to him and try to talk to him like, Albert, we just got you reversed from being a shovel.
Yeah, and
we
this is the
can't
guy
do
who-
this now.
This is the guy who reversed it. It's all balanced out as far as I'm concerned. Look at the guy. He's a giant evil red blob. We want to get out of here intact. You know the score, man.
Look at Betty.
Look at Betty. Look at your beautiful Betty.
This fight doesn't end with you and Betty walking out of here if you keep this up.
All we have to do is survive the next few hours, and whatever you want, we can work out in your own time.
I will continue to talk to him about Florida. I heard they have amazing theme parks. Trying to like drown out hearing this.
Sigmar, as Asimar to Asimar, right?
Cool.
You can give me a persuasion check. I will give it to you with advantage. As one, Asimar to Asimar. Two, you just fucking hit a bow staff out of his hand. I'm gonna say he is genuinely impressed by that warrior to warrior.
Gotcha. Ooh, okay, that's a 3. 13.
13.
I have no bonuses for persuasion.
Okay.
Of course you don't.
So I'm going to say 13 ticks him down a level of anger.
Okay.
He is, so he's looking direct, like he's not paying any attention to you.
He's like breathing heavy, just staring me in the eyes.
This fucker doesn't get to talk to me no more. You tired? Hey, warrior to warrior. This guy fucking turned me into a shovel.
Look, I get it. It's the reason why I was so dead set on reversing it, because that's one of the most insane things I've ever heard happen to somebody.
Yes.
But we can't do this now. You got to understand, like, there's a time and a place for certain battles. You just got back. Betty's right in front of you.
Yes, I agree. Bardic inspiration. You're spitting truth, Sigmar Iceblood, young man.
Look,
If he keeps talking, I'm gonna hit him.
that's better than hitting her dad, I promise.
Albert, you're not you when you're hungry, and you, and you haven't eaten for 20 years.
Yes, Cabrera's cooking dinner for everyone. Wedding banquet.
If we just leave politely, I can get you the yummiest meal. I mean, Moped's probably tried to feed you eggs for like 20 years. I can probably give you something else.
Deborella, I remember you cooking. Let's go have a meal. Let's go have a meal and talk this out. Take Betty on a date. Been a while since I've taken You want a date? Oh, Albert, yes. Let's go to the table and have a meal.
Yeah, that sounds like a
That
great
sounds
idea.
like a lovely idea.
I'm gonna need that back. I'm telling. I will put it back in my toque. I will not.
Like you promise, warrior to warrior. You know how we be.
I will. My man. You're gonna have to tell me how you pulled off that shot. That was pretty sick.
Oh yeah, I can show you. I've been practicing.
I will put it away. I will not fight before dinner.
Okay. All right, Grinderbin. All right, it's cool.
Start. Laura, like, can I collapse it back with Mage Hand, or is it like
You cannot, because you don't know how.
I'm just like fiddling, like, how does this thing out?
Yeah, and he takes
bring
it
it down.
like collapses it back down, puts it back in his toque. All right, let's go eat a meal.
Yeah, we should probably eat outside, right?
Picnics.
How do we?
Yeah, we should probably have a picnic.
Tavius, still like following us.
Yeah. Oh, LaTavia's coming too.
coming
by
in
the
too.
way.
Oh no!
What does Jelly eat?
Memories.
Memories.
Peanut butter.
Damn.
Ew.
But seriously, can we eat outside? Like, if we don't know how to leave this place.
Yeah, we are kind of prisoners here.
Yeah, well, I would like to leave. You know, because we gotta get a big fire going, right, for you to cook this big meal. So, like, we can't do it inside.
We can do it at
Right?
the tree. That'll be
sounds
nice.
good.
The tree.
Under the tree.
Yeah,
You know,
right?
how
Like,
romantic.
you can't cook with small fire, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay, well, while we're heading down there, like, Mortimer will maybe, like, take Betty to one side as we're walking, and I'll sort of say just to her, at some point we need to have a conversation about the other reason we came here.
Oh, the other reason you came
That
here.
thing you were talking about, the dark thing that Beyonce might be causing that you were trying to stop?
Yes.
We're trying to stop that too. And we're kind of looking for any information that might help us.
Interesting. Let me get people in here, and then we can have. Bloop. Blorp right on.
I love how the glare off your dad makes this such a romantic setting.
I'm just imagining this fucking eldritch horror just sitting at the dinner table.
Cup of tea and a saucer.
This is your doing. You're the one that wanted to talk the Eldritch Horror down, by the way. This is 100% your doing.
And it worked.
And it worked. Yep. No, it
Really works.
Yeah, ironically, we talked the Eldritch Horror down. We couldn't talk the man who was shoved down.
And Oob's here.
Oh, yeah, of course. Oob is here, like, still trying, like, pawing at, like, your boots and stuff. Like, Oob thinks your boots taste good. Just keep kicking him away, like, all right. So, Dabarella, you're gonna cook a meal for everyone?
I got 50 pounds of food for you.
Oh, thank you, Grinderbin.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so start thinking of your menu. You pull out your magical kitchenette, and Albert's like, oh, that does smell pretty nice. It's been a while since I've had the sense of smell or taste or... Oh, Betty. Oh, Betty.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he starts like, I can touch things with my fingers. Oh, okay. All right, no, settle down, Albert. Mortimer, you're talking to Betty about the darkness.
Anything you can tell us about your sister could help. Her personality, the way she reacts to things, if she's had any particular prejudices against certain races or against anyone.
B has always been a stern ruler. She has a deep love for her people. So I think any prejudice that she would have is if they would be a threat to her people. So probably anyone who would not be considered, human. I think the elf kind, she gestures to your ears, like that they have generally been folded into human society. And so I think, the elf kind and the human kind of commingle enough.
Fauna folk, flora folk, the Azimar.
Well, during the Great Wars, there were many times that she did horrendous things against the fauna folk and the flora folk.
Can you give us some examples? Like how far do you think she would go?
She thinks about this for a moment, and she says, to protect her people, she would do horrible things. That's what made us worry about this darkness. If she thought that humanity or her kingdom was in danger, there's no saying what she wouldn't do.
Has she done anything specific to any specific races that you know of?
A few, yes. There was a time before we were banished, and probably after we were banished, where there was a large concern of spies. A large concern of people working for the enemies. And B did several things that, I can't say are conscionable, but obviously I've been here. I do what I can.
Thanks, Becky. I think that was what I needed to know.
As far as the specific darkness, I don't have the sight that my father does. If he actually seems to be enjoying himself, and you look over to like the jelly and the skeleton, and him just going, a new memory.
Aww.
Yeah. Do you think you can keep this going for him? Be honest with me.
It's been years of madness. I don't know. I don't know what will happen when Calandra comes back. She has kind of taken to his thinking, and it will be a struggle with Albert here, and if Moped's willing to, stay here with us, we have a fighting chance, I think.
And if not,
there's a couple zero options that will mean we'll stop the horror by stopping us all. But I would recommend talking to my father about the darkness that he saw so long ago.
thanks, Becky. Mortimer will drift over, back to the main party.
Oh, okay.
And will convey what he learned from that conversation, omitting the part about a specific race and the part about Beyonce being concerned about spies.
All right. So you are conveying to everyone that Betty thinks that Beyonce is capable.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Now we need to ask Dad about this more?
I don't know how long his good mood will last.
Probably do it now then.
I think Becky might want to get out of here. Maybe we could distract him. All of us could just cheese it.
The
alternative is
outside, so yeah, it's a
the
good idea.
alternative is her and Albert staying here, and she's mentioned Moped staying here as well. I don't know if he'll be up for that.
Yeah, this guy's been eating a lot of folks' memory. I don't know if we can just walk away from here and leave him to those devices.
Is Albert in on this conversation? Is you're kind of talking amongst yourselves.
I'm
Dabrella's
keeping
cooking.
it to the four.
Okay.
Party.
Sure. So just to paint a visual picture here, Moped is over here with Oob. Thank you. You four are kind of over here. Betty and Albert are holding hands. You would all notice that LaTavia is looking over grandchildren.
Oh, it's kind of awkward.
Also, Betty mentioned something about a nuclear option to end the horror.
What did
Zero
that
option.
mean?
What is this?
I didn't want to press.
You probably should have.
Well, I guess I realize that now.
You can give me an insight check if you would like.
10.
A 10. Yeah, mutually assured destruction.
So not just her dad, but herself as well?
Maybe.
Sounded like a hit to me.
Can we ask LaTavia what happened to him? I'm assuming LaTavia wasn't always a mass of jelly and skeletons.
But I think if we're going to do that, we need Albert to take Moped away because we're going to have some stuff we do.
Yeah, we also
not
don't want Albert involved in this conversation anyway, because he's not going to be able to
really
handle
don't want
himself.
Moped involved in this conversation because you
That's
know
true.
who might listen.
Right. Well, hey, Moped, could you take Albert and Betty over to the side? We just got a few questions for LaTavia.
Don't say that. Just be like, go hang out with them.
Yeah, like go.
Yeah. Oh, Moped.
No, I mean, make Moped feel like he's helping us. So like we're sending him to distract them
Got it.
because he is part of our crew.
Oh, you need me to play a little defense while you grill the big guy.
Got it.
Yeah. Moped!
Moped.
Come on, Oob! Hello! Yeah, and Moped will go over and be like, hey, look at me! I'm a fun guy! Hey, you two, over this way!
A+
And he's,
Moped.
like, giving thumbs up, like, I'm doing a great job!
Yeah, you are.
Yeah, great work.
All right.
Perfect. LaTavia is, like, kind of looking at the tree, like, this tree was planted by bee so many years ago.
Okay, so, well, I keep fucking up when I talk to these guys. Why don't you guys go first?
Well, I'll lead in with a bit of Florida. Classic answer between the two of us.
You've had a good rapport so
Yeah.
far, absolutely.
So leading in with that and be like, you've seen how good new memories can be. How much more fulfilling they are than just dwelling on the past.
So lovely being out here.
Yeah.
I do love it.
We learned that you feared something that was bad and a darkness coming, and if that's not taken care of, then it'll be harder to make these kinds of memories. So what was that thing?
Maybe we could still stop it.
Yeah, there's still hope. Persuasion.
And you see persuasion.
Just say the word. And get
I just kind of did a wellness check up on LaTavia, and you see him kind of like look off, like, I tried to warn B of.
Yeah. What did you warn her of?
About
What was the warning?
creatures, but not creatures, and men, but not men. They were aberrations, but
not aberrations.
Shut up, Sigma.
That was both somehow in and out of character.
that's the show, is balancing dramatic moments with comedy. So I'll allow the interruption. As I was just about to get to the good bit. Aberrations and creatures, but made of metal. No souls, no thought. Mechanicals, clockworks, working at the service of whoever holds the power. If they had the power, they need the power of the moon. They need a power source to start them under the castle. Under the castle, they're under the castle. They live, they sleep under the castle. Power, though, if they had a source of power to wake them up, they would spread to their master's will.
What is their source of power? The moon powers what?
Who controls the power? Says where the power goes. Not the moon, any power. Says where the power goes if they find the aberrations, if they find the soulless. The power goes where it wants. They could restart it. This is what we saw. This is what we saw. We saw Chezerick resurrect the soulless. The land is swept.
What would stop the power from powering these? Like, what is...
I tried to tell B, don't, you can't be with Chezerick. Chezerick will bring the darkness.
The sun.
That's what I told. That's what I said. I said, Chezerick will bring the darkness, will bear the darkness, and she wouldn't listen. I tried to tell her. She wouldn't listen.
Okay, talking back to a happy place before things goes badly.
Florida's good. Yeah. All right, let's focus on Florida for a moment. Tell me about Florida. I don't have eyes, but I'm definitely looking right at you. Don't worry about it. I'm still looking right at you. Tell me about Florida.
I met an alligator man, and his name was Pinochle. He would chomp on a coconut until I told him to stop. But he kept eating coconuts.
I think we got what we needed. We know there's something that needs sorting out in the council now.
There's one more thing, but I don't think Dabarella's smart enough to ask. I feel like you've been the one doing the talking. Not necessarily Mole, but the ooze. It's the same ooze. And Dabarella wouldn't be smart enough to make that link, but you're Arcana and that it would make sense that you would recognize the ooze.
Yeah. I mean, Sigmar is
Amy wants
generally
to know.
Sigmar is generally curious how to remove him from the like skeletal mass if he's supposed to like just live a life now.
Sigmar
Yeah.
and Casey. There is a graveyard behind us with that man's name on it. The second that thing is detached, like these witches are absolutely necromancers. We have not asked them what they are. They are absolutely necromancers.
Probably necromancers.
Yeah, let's go.
So
I'm
isn't that-
sorry, all three of them are necromancers.
So
Like they've got
isn't-
fucking bone cult.
Doesn't
like,
that make it even? All three of them are necromancers, or all three of them have
that
been
is the
resurrected?
best assumption that we can make.
So are we saying that LaTavia has been resurrected and he like that mass is keeping him around? If so, could we remove that and kill him?
I say we ask about the ooze first. Let's get some more information about ooze.
So in game, like I'm not sure what we need to do to stop the the moon powers something to power the soulless, but how do we stop that?
I know Beyonce's casting a broad net for magical artifacts. Maybe it doesn't have to be anything specific. Maybe it just has to be something powerful.
Just one powerful thing or enough small powerful things
That's
to
how
act
magic
like
works. You sacrifice something powerful to cast a spell. So that's how they must be powering these clockwork men.
like a battery but that doesn't exist yet. So something kind of like that, though.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes
Florida, am I right?
Still looking.
So then we would pay him money. The thing is, he ate 27 coconuts. I never, in my wildest dream, could think that an alligator man could eat so many coconuts.
Wow, very good. Eyes still happening.
Yes, they're going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we're talking.
Can I ask you a personal question?
Oh, sure.
You have a very interesting form. We have a lot of just kind of fleshy outsides, but you have much more of a loose sort of, gelatinous ooze sort of design.
Young mushroom?
Yeah.
That is not a question.
No, I'm sorry. I was waiting for
You said I have a
confirmation.
question,
I do have
and
a
then
question.
you did not ask a question.
Okay, so are there more of you out there? We saw a little oob that goes
yes,
around.
oob.
Do you have more elsewhere of you? That's my question. That ended with a question.
That's a terrible question. I
sorry.
don't understand. Because I don't understand the question.
Okay, so there's
more
oob.
like oob.
Yeah, they're more like
There are more
oob.
like oob in the world who come to say hello.
Any of us.
Yeah, they're all part of you.
Do they come back to you? Are they your friends?
Sometimes they come back to me. Sometimes they do not. Many oob.
Are there lots of different types of oops?
Oh, many different oobs.
How do we know if we are out in the world and we're just having a good time and we see a particular ooze? How would we know if we could be this guy? I am very curious.
Once we touch each other, we share our memories with me.
Well, now I'm real curious. Okay, so what if a part of you touches another ooze? Would that memory go to that ooze?
No.
No?
No, it would go to me.
But it's not touching you.
It would go to me or the prime oob.
Okay.
Right now, I am the prime oob.
Are there other people that have their own oobs?
Are there other people that have
so
their
people
own
like you that make their own oobs to go
What
out.
do you mean by people?
You're
I am
not
oob.
a people. Are there other oobs like you? Is that a thing?
No one wants to say the name. I'm too scared.
Multi-oob.
Are there other oobs like you?
Yeah, are there? So there are. It's I'm a Dacaria. I'm a mushroom, but there are other Dacaria. There's other tech savvy. Are there other oobs?
Tabaxi.
Tech savvy.
It's all right.
Tabaxi. I know what a tabaxi is. We have many tabaxi memories.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
No, they're good. Well, most of them are good memories. Warm memories.
All right, that's all right. Well, let's get to the question though.
What was your question?
So if there are
Jesse Jesse asked me the question because
yeah.
in character it's taking too long.
I thought it was pretty clear. Like
It was not.
No, it was clear. It was not
100% not.
I'm a human.
Yes.
There are other humans.
Yes.
They're not the same human.
Correct.
This is an ooze.
Yes.
Are there other ooze that are not the same ooze?
Nature check.
That's why I'm asking, so I don't have to make a nature check.
Right. If that was your question, I feel like I've given you the answer already, and you're not picking it up. In
Same plus 5. 21.
21. I'm really not picking up.
Right. So
I
that's
didn't
why.
get an
That's why we're
answer.
gonna roll.
Okay.
The oob. This. Think more like the Borg.
So it's
Star Trek.
So there's only ever
One collective mind, and they can break off, but one collective. They have no sense.
That makes sense.
Yes.
So follow-up question knowing that. So are you the prime oob?
He literally just said it.
No, he said it goes to the prime oob. And then
And he says, I am
am
the
prime.
prime oob.
Right now, I am the prime oob. So yeah, he said, he's a big gelatinous oob, like primes shift, primes grow. When you get bigger, you become prime. I am prime now.
Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense.
Okay,
I'm glad
great.
I asked.
So
You've cleared it up.
Magic shop talk. We're going to talk about chronomancy and stuff like that, and then try and name drop to get to low cut purse.
You're gonna try to name drop.
Like basically like, chronomancy. You know about chronomancies. Oh, what about maybe like a special stopwatch or something? Wouldn't that be a fun idea?
yeah. Do you have any memories of anyone who remembers any particular?
Yeah, I saw some writing from a journal that belonged to.
Oh, good one. Yeah, it's all writing from a journal belonging to the guy in low cut purse.
There was a mull, not in prime, but I remember a mull was looking for power. Was looking for gems, was looking for powers for his devices. Very silly man. He was obsessed with time. Time needs power.
Sounds like somebody.
Did Beyonce ever express an interest
In Mull?
or his field of work?
No. Bee has her own power.
I suppose.
Bee much stronger than Mull.
Oh boy.
So powerful.
What's your power?
I'm Oob.
Thanks.
I saw that
Thanks for
answer
that.
coming.
I am the power of so many memories.
Okay. Are we done interrogating the big scary horror now?
Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to Betty.
And you see him kind of paw at the tree with his little tendrils.
Trees have memories.
And take tree memories.
The tree folk are safe.
Hey, normally we play on the internet and now we're playing all together. But whether we are in person or on the internet, we get to utilize my favorite program for playing tabletop role-playing games, Foundry VTT.
Foundry VTT?
That's right, a virtual tabletop for all your role-playing needs. For Adventurers Nigh, we use it to play Dungeons & Dragons, but personally, I've also used it to play Pathfinder 2e. I have a Monster of the Week system installed. I even have a Blades in the Dark system installed. In fact, it supports over 250 different tabletop RPGs. And if you're saying to yourself, are there 250 tabletop RPGs? You have never been to an anime convention.
More than that, Jack. As well as actually published tabletop RPGs, the modular design allows you to take advantage of the literal thousands of community-developed modules. So if I want to play a character who's a 12-foot ocelot tax accountant and randomly roll them for vaginal depth, I can do that.
Vaginal depth?
It's one of the many great features of Foundry VTT.
All on Foundry VTT?
We are all in person, right? Like, it's been great. But sometimes you don't want to be in person. Which is why it's so cool that you can actually play these games over the internet, like we've been doing up until now.
And you could do that on Foundry VTT?
So I've heard.
Why, yes, you can. That means that even someone like me, who doesn't live in the United States of America, USA. It means that I get to enjoy games with wonderful people like yourselves.
On Foundry VTT?
On Foundry VTT!
If you play tabletop role-playing games, if you want to play online or in person and have a system in front of you that makes it significantly easier to set up and play, check out Foundry VTT at foundryvtt.com.
Did you say Foundry VTT?
.com.
So Sigmar goes to Betty, out of earshot of LaTavia.
Okay.
And says, is he gonna be okay out here? Like, is there something we can do?
No idea. This is the first time he's been out of his room in...
Betty, what do you want? Do you want to stay here or do you want to leave?
God, no. Of course, I would like to leave. I don't know if you've noticed.
Yes.
But if I leave, I think someone will come after me. Also, my sister will probably hunt me down, and she's a bit more intimidating than I am.
Is there somewhere somewhere where you would be safe? Do you know off the top of your head?
The only place that I would possibly be safe would be in Castle Sasha, but I can't cross the border into that territory. Magical banishment. I suppose I could flee into the mountains, go east, but I might be hunted, I might not. If you think I haven't thought about this for the last...
Well, what you didn't have then was two powerful Asmar warriors on your side.
I mean, we could...
A couple other folks.
And, right? And, she looks to Albert and Moped's like, well, we got a bar. We could take you to that. It's probably safe there.
It's not the least bit safe.
Oh, okay. I could go back to Hudgens. I don't know, mountain... Asimov, I know lots of old warriors. I mean, they're old like me, but I know lots of warriors.
Do you think the dwarves could offer some protection?
Well, the dwarves owe us a ton of favors.
Yeah. We could definitely, I think I could swing that. Ask them to hide some folks for us. They know Moped. They know Albert.
They do know Albert.
We have friends among the dwarves in the most hidden parts of the world.
The dwarves.
Yeah.
I didn't know the dwarves had resurfaced.
Yeah, a lot's changed.
Oh, okay. Anywhere I go, I will be hunted.
We need a way to shore up the tracks, because whenever Calandra comes back, she's going to start investigating on what happened and how to resolve it. Don't think we can get LaTavia to not just tell her what all happened. He won't know where we went, but she'll know to start looking.
Just say what we've
Is
all
your
been
father
thinking.
a good guy?
Have you been listening?
Here's what she does in response. In response to that question, she points to her father, who is a mass of jelly with skeletons in it.
Like, look, I had a mother who wanted to destroy the world, and I know how hard it is to be like, you got a parent who kind of needs to be knocked off. And I don't want to say that, but like, I don't know how you feel about your parent.
Obviously, I have a bit of affection
It's
for him.
very conflicting, right?
Of course it is.
Yeah.
He's my father. I love him and I want to care for him. He is also a monstrosity.
Right.
I alone am not powerful enough to deal with him.
Gonna have to fight him. Like, I don't think there's a scenario where him thinking
It
Betty's
is an
dead.
option, and we can do everything we can to prepare and take him by surprise. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us, and we're all powerful adventurers in our own right.
I don't necessarily like the idea of fighting him because
In a graveyard.
That needs to be put down.
no, I get that, but the only problem is it's not. If we fight him right now, Calandra is still out there, Like, this could take time. She could come. Apparently, she's stronger than Betty is. That's a whole other fight that either chases us after the fact or shows up in the middle.
Drama!
What do you think your sister will say about all this?
She's gonna be pissed.
Are you and Albert gonna be safe?
I don't.
It doesn't. What do you think you're safer staying here or running? Is my question.
I think, though, as far as our safety, it's a dice roll.
Can we?
Funny that.
All right.
Thank you.
Can we ask her what's Calandra's feelings towards Beyonce?
Is there a step above blood boiling hate?
Because we could use that.
Or fight fire with nukes.
She has seen what our banishment has done to our father and has turned it into an aggression that I find to be terrifying.
This is like craven self-preservation talk, which Mortimer is so prevalent in. That doesn't sound like a very good idea at all.
So this magical barrier.
Yes.
I'm sorry. I'm kind of new to politics, but like, is there a way to get past it with like an invitation or something from like someone of a high enough esteem that can allow you passage?
I suppose, yes. If
Like a member of a royal court?
if I had like some sort of official invitation to the castle, that would be akin to acceptance back into her lands. Sure, but how are you going to convince a noble to do that?
You got any paper on you? I'm gonna need you to draft something for me.
Well, I'm the team's lawyer now, apparently.
That's some fuckery right there. I like that.
Thanks for the royal bloodline.
This is a good idea.
Yeah.
Because even if we don't take down the barrier wholesale, if we get her inside it, Calandra can't follow.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was going for, is keeping the barrier up as long as we want it up, knowing how to
What
take
if it just
down.
kills her? Like,
Well, hopefully not. We'll put a hand in first. Make sure. Before she steps all the way in, I guess.
Usually magic is all in the verbiage, right? And so if we had an official summons to the castle...
We've got an invitation to the ball.
Yeah.
Can we? How is that worded? Are we allowed +1s?
Wavelinden Jarmy, a.k.a. Grinderbin, and his party. Right. And so the verbiage is very loose.
So,
So we can definitely add her
She
to
officially
the party.
joins the team. She officially enters the service of Lord Jarmy.
Her and Albert.
Betty Ticklepuss enters the fight.
Then you would have an official invite from Queen Beyonce.
Bam! We've figured out the loopholes because we're rules lawyers.
I love it. I think that's some absolute bullshit that also invites a crazy amount of anarchy.
Yes.
I've
We'll deal with that
Oh, we're
later.
walking into this ball thinking we're pimp as shit, and it's going to turn into a bloodbath almost instantly.
It might, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that might have been the plan all along.
What we need now is how you're going to leave. You don't have
Yeah.
your horses or cart
Yeah, it's on the
Wait.
outside of it.
because it's through the magical tree trunk. That was the first obstacle to get there.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot, this was after the tree trunk. That's right.
That's right. First, you need to hoof it if that's your plan. So what are you doing to beat feet in such a way?
Are we running? Because that's going to upset LaTavia.
Oh, it is.
If we can just get it to turn his back for a while, we can hoof it back to the cart.
Oh, man.
We're leaving an eldritch horror.
Yeah, I thought we had a
outside.
better... Can we... this is more Mortimer's expertise.
Can I Jedi mind trick the Eldritch Horror?
No. Can we... Because right now we're personable, right?
Yeah.
Can we just tell him, like, we're about to go get some stuff for this trip
we're
to
just
Florida?
for some snacks.
Like, hey,
For us inside,
we'll be back. We got to get some stuff situated for this trip to Florida. See you later. Like, we'll be back, though. Don't worry. Don't wait up either.
Don't leave the light
Like, is that an option?
Well, one, you get to do whatever you want to do. Whether it's a good
upsetting.
option or not, you might need augury for.
Okay, listen to the con artist.
Hi!
Hi, Oob.
Hi, Oob.
As soon as we figure out how to use you to implant false memories again without risking someone's life, we'll really appreciate you. Okay. Hi.
Okay, here's my angle.
Hey, Oob, you've been doing a great job. Maybe you should go and see Daddy.
Daddy!
Okay, here's my angle. Feel free to workshop it with me.
Okay.
I want to go back to LaTavia and say, good news, the happy couple have decided to be married. But it's got to be special. It's got to be very special. You got to make sure the castle is nicely laid out for it, because they can't get married any dingy place. So if you could just do a quick once over of the place, make sure there's everything set up, we could get going right away. How does that sound?
I like it.
And remember,
Because the whole time he'll be thinking like, oh, this is for the happy thing that's going to happen. He'll be distracted trying to repair this completely dilapidated building.
New memories. Remember that. New memories.
Can I just say, it's nice that you're finally asking me to do something like this.
It took 3 seasons, but now I'm like, yeah, maybe a lie would be helpful.
This might be the best bet right now.
What I would like to do is, yes, I would now like to use my augury because Dabarella's like, I have no idea what's going on. This is all getting really weird. I just wanted to make a meal and make everyone calm down. And now things are getting really, really weird. And she just doesn't know what to do. She just wants to cook. Now she's hearing Mortimer's idea and she doesn't think it's a bad idea, but she's also like, I don't know. So Dabarella goes,
Before we do it, let me just ask tartar sauce if it's a good idea.
and so she sits down and she casts augury. I'm
Nothing
assuming
against religion. I just don't like it being pushed on me.
So augury for Dabarella is she uses an alphabeti spaghetti, pretty much, to receive an omen from another worldly entity about the results of a specific course of action that you plan to take within the next 30 minutes. The DM chooses from the following possible omens, either wheel for good results, woe for bad results, wheel and woe for good and bad, and nothing for results that aren't especially good or bad.
So you pull out a bowl and you pour your alphabet soup into it, and you start praying to tartar sauce. And in the bowl of spaghetti, all of the letters part, and you see the visage of tartar sauce within the soupy bowl. And the letters start congealing themselves into such a way that you can read them. And here is the information I'm willing to give you. Mortimer's plan will work. LaTavia is in a very good mood. He's very excited about the family. So this is both a wheel and woe situation where immediately, yes, you will be able to tell him about the wedding and leave. But then eventually he will find that you are gone and be very, very upset.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we're good for now. Props bad for later.
That's the story of my life.
Scans.
I don't think we have any other choice.
Okay.
Unless we want a soulless army to come up, I think we might have to deal with this later.
So you can go ahead and talk to LaTavia if you
Okay.
want.
LaTavia.
Yes.
Well, the good news is the wedding's on. Your daughter and Albert want to get married right away and start building your new happy memories right here.
All of the tendrils.
Yeah. But it has to be a wedding worthy of a daughter as beautiful and loved as yours. So, if you don't mind, if you could just do a quick once over the keep, spruce it up a bit, make sure it's really looking its best for the party.
We'll open up the grand hall. That hasn't been opened in ages.
That sounds like a great idea.
Get the good silver. Ooh, come with Daddy. Daddy! Oh, yes.
We'll join you soon. See you later.
So they,
Jesus.
right over
like
you.
hand in
Right over you.
hand too.
He's like holding it in his tentacle.
Oh, that does look great. And he stops by Betty and he says,
My daughter. New memories. You're bringing joy into the keep. We've been so sad for so long.
Maybe we should just ran.
and she goes,
Yes, Father. It will be so joyful here. Off to the keep with you. Off to the keep. Go make it sparkle for me. Oh yes, all right. Off we go. Daddy, sparkle! And they head off. And after a moment, you see them down through the graveyard, through the dirt in the gravesite again.
Cheese it.
Yeah, we out.
And you run away.
And we
Run
and we
so
lick
fast.
it.
Jesus Christ. There are some times as a DM where I have to really pull into some deep bullshit to set up to set up the consequences to your actions. And sometimes my players make it so easy for me.
We handed that to you.
That was absolutely beautiful. So obviously, yes, you are able to run away. You all hurry your way through the tree stump. Your horses are still there, and the cart is still there. You've only been in for a day. It's probably been a day walk there and back, and so it's probably getting close to nighttime again. You hop on your horses and fucking make your way south towards the castle. And that's where we're going to... My God. The look that Amy has is the look you all should be having.
Oh, yeah. It's terrible, but I would love to, if we could workshop anything else, I was open to it, but
I'm thoroughly impressed that we managed this much.
I think, considering all the possible pros and cons, this was about the best we could.
Yeah, we did really well for that fucked up situation.
No, it's not, is it? We are miles away from the best possible outcome of this.
I truly had no idea what you were going to do with this. You all got so fucking lucky that you rolled a 12 and Calandra didn't show up, or else your asses would have been stabbed so many times.
Yeah, but that almost might have been the better option in this case. It almost would have been better to just let us end the two of them and leave.
Yeah.
But here we are, as the sun sets, your horses and carts, Albert, Moped, and Betty Ticklepuss in tow.
Yeah.
Worth it.
You're making your way to the castle just days before the ball, while Daddy Monstrosity barrels down on you. Fuck.
That is a good draw card if we get into an awkward situation with Beyonce, incidentally.
Thank you, everybody, for watching and or listening to this. I can't wait to see what happens when we record tomorrow.
We used to have to wait 2 weeks before we resolved this.
Right?
Tomorrow.
We all get to figure out what happens tomorrow. Thank you again. Oh boy, goodbye.
Bye. See you soon.